Morning day traders, and this is your Aussie JSE or South African Top 40 day trade review for today. Now, we've ended up with an engulfing red bar on the daily, which is a fairly strong bearish signal, and it's off the 200 EMA. Okay, so we rejected it on Friday, and we've now got an engulfing pattern here. Now, my question at the moment is this a flag? Okay, and the second part of this is it off for Fibonacci? It's kind of in between the 61.8 and the 50%, which for the Aussie is not unique. It's kind of what it does. It's how it rolls. Momentum is down at the moment, although pretty flat, and the trend is still down on the daily because we are still below the zero line here. Okay, so we are in the alligator, so that you could argue that the alligator is busy going to sleep, or you could argue that it is turning. If we get down to the 3 hour, you'll see we closed the gap, the daily gap from Friday. Okay, and we haven't quite tested a level that I would expect us to test. So there's two levels here that I'd want to see us test, and if we can get some positive price action off one of these two levels, then I'd be convinced that we are moving to the upside. Okay, so we do have this cup and handle as well, and the retest is right here at 49,338, and then obviously these two swing lows here at 49,157 are the other two areas you need to pay attention to. Okay, so looking at the 3 hour, we had a strong move down inside bar, but it is kind of rejecting the 200 EMA. So jury's out whether we're going to continue moving to the downside or whether we have some structure forming. That is the underside of our trend at the moment, which, if you see, lines up quite nicely with 49,338. So just moving down to the hour, let's see if we can find something else here. You can see the 200 EMA on the hour is also holding up price. My big concern here is we've broken through the alligator. We haven't broken a fractal below the alligator though. Okay, so the valid signal right now is this one here, which is 49,383. But now, can we argue that we hit the level? We could. But for me at the moment, this is just an indication to be very careful. So we had a fairly strong move down, and it was well structured. We had a move, but so one move down, one move up, two moves down. So remember, there's always two moves. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. There's always two moves. The first move is a bit of a consolidation or a pullback, and then the second move. Very rarely do you have a V reversal, in other words, that it just bounces and moves straight. Okay, so this pattern that we see here is a lot of indecision, and it's on all markets, heading into the close of all the markets. See, look at that. Okay, and here's your structure you see. Well, we'll actually see it better on the 12 minutes. So you'll see big move down, consolidation, big move down. So measured move, textbook stuff. Okay, break, move up, another entry there, and then short we were. Okay, so you're looking at the lower time frame, you can see how we're breaking through, and it's looking like we need to start looking for longs. And I would pretty much go with that if we get a 12-minute close above 49,700. That to me is not a valid short signal of 49,566. Okay, so looking at the short term, yes, it is possible, but with the daily in mind, I'd be worried about chasing any longs right now. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the 30-minute because that's going to give us the best view. Okay, and why I say that is it pretty much comes back to that last hour of trading. Okay, so that was my last hour of trading, which was pretty much these two bars here. This bar here is a nonsense bar. So these two bars here, that's the last hour of trading, and you can see we were opened at the 61.8, rejected it, and then moved off it. Okay, so we can try and apply the same logic here, but this is going to be such a small range that I wouldn't even bother with it. The question at the moment is a strong move down through the day and consolidation. There it is. Okay, so for me, I think I would be favoring shorts at the moment. But the challenge we have is I would be looking, I'm not so keen to look at the 12-minute for this, because these fractals here are not, they're not very reassuring, because that is pretty much a level retest. So if it does break through, I suppose it would indicate a short, but that could also mean just bouncing off the bottom of the range, or the bottom of the channel. So I think for me, the half hour is the one to watch. And I only have a fractal to the downside. My fractal to the upside is all the way up here. And we can use that as well. So we've had a rejection off here. Okay, so yeah, lots of confusion at the moment. I think yesterday you had your two moves. There was like a structure with that move. You had this double top break as well. There was so much structure in there at the moment. So at this stage, if we do break this channel, I'd like to see some kind of a retest of it before getting in. I'm a little bit wary because we do have some half-decent levels to the downside here as well. So it's almost like I would expect us to hit 49,342, and I would expect that to hold up. Okay. So yeah, I'd be very cautious of this. So if we do get a break to the downside, there is a short scalp on offer, and in my mind anyway, it will be a 200-point move. Okay, I want to see what happens at this level. So 49,342, I want to see if this gives way or if it holds, and we're going to wait for that. We can actually do it on the 12 minutes. That's more than sufficient. So if this level breaks and we get a 12-minute close below it, then I'll wait for the next pullback before getting in short on that. Okay, if it breaks it aggressively, it might only be a 1-bar pullback. But that's kind of the outlook that I've got at the moment. Okay, I just want to close off with the ichimoku here, because this is fairly worrying. So 12 minutes, we've pretty much below the cloud, and look at the size of the cloud, lots of resistance. So you should be favoring to the short side. If I look at the hour, we have a death cross that is basically materialized at the close. So this would indicate potential for a move down, and I would look for support at the cloud. And if you look at this, you can see this level that I'm aiming for, 49,332, is pretty much going to be off the cloud. Okay, so it's kind of, it would be an area that I'd be taking profit of any shorts today, and also an area that I'd be looking for long. The 4-hour is a different picture. So we've rejected the cloud, we've come back, but the trend is very strong to the upside. Oscillator moving back to the buying zone as well. I'd like to see a second move, and I think the second move here, there will be buyers here at 49,332. I think that's definitely on the cards. Okay, so that's that view. However, the daily is a complete different picture. We are still bearish, very much bearish on the daily. Okay, and we've got a couple of twists in the cloud. Chico's band is above price. I'd like to see Chico's band below price. I would expect us, and this is indicating range, because we're in the cloud as well, I'd expect a couple more days that we just muck around in this area here. Okay, so right now I think move to the downside, and more than likely to the intersection trend lines here. Okay, so 49,332 is what I think we'll have a little bit of a short scalp to. Then I do expect some buyers to step in there and see what we can do. Until the daily changes picture, in other words, we're out the cloud, above the cloud here, and we get a decent crossover of Kijinson and Tegenson, this market is very much range bound in this massive range. And, well, let's just put it into a triangle here, probably the easiest way. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today, guys. Probably an opportunity to be short. And if you're using ichimoku and you're looking at the 12-minute or the 30-minute, your stop area is going to be above the cloud on the 12-minute, or I would use this previous swing high as my stop area until we get going, and then move the stop down. Okay, so lastly, if you can't afford a 260-point stop loss, lower your trade or don't take the trade, wait for something else. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I'm expecting a little bit more of a move to the downside, and then we'll wait and see just below the low of yesterday what happens there. Okay, hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.